Hola, mi amigos, and welcome back to Masayan de Habla España. ¿Quieres aprender español conmigo? In English, that's, do you want to learn Spanish with me? If yes, then ven conmigo and let the learning begin. Let's first start with the alphabet, or in Spanish, it's called el alfabeto. Can you say it with me? El alfabeto. Great! Repeat after me, please, or in Spanish, repita después de mí, por favor. Let's have animals to help us learn the Spanish alphabet much better. A. La abeja. B. El bisonte. C. El camello. D. El delfín. E. El elefante. F. La foca. G. La gallina. H. El halcón. I. J. El jaguar. K. L. El león. M. La mariposa. N. La nutria. Ñ. O. El oso. P. La pantera. Q. R. La rata. S. El salmón. T. El tigre. V. La vaca. W. X. Y. La yegua. Z. El zorro. After we've found out the alphabet, let's move on to numbers, or in Spanish, we call it los números. Let's start counting. Empecemos a contar. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20. So for 30, we say 30. For 31, we say 31. Next up is 40. For 40, we say 40. For 41, we say 41. For 50, we say 50. 60, 60, 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, 90, and 100. We say 100. For 200, we say 200. 300, 300. 400, 400. 500, 500. 600, 600. 700, 700. 800, 800. 900, 900. And for 1,000, 1000. So now that we know how to count numbers, let's move on how to tell time. Or in Spanish, we call it la hora. When you're asking someone what time is it in Spanish, you say, ¿Qué hora es? Say it again. Perfect! Now, you know how to ask for the time. But what if you were the one asked? Well, that's why I'm here to teach you. So, for telling time, the feminine article la or las is used before the R because it refers to la hora, or the time. So, for example, es la una, la, feminine article, translate to it's 1 o'clock. Same goes for son las dos, or it's 2 o'clock. You only use es for 1 o'clock. you use son for the other hours of the day. Minutes can also be added to the hour using the word y, which translates to and. For example, es la 1:05. It's 5 minutes past 1. Another example would be son las 3:12. It's 12 minutes past 3, or it could also be 12:03. But take note that the moment that the clock strikes at 12:31, you can no longer use the word y. Instead, you have to subtract the minutes from the hour using the words menos or less. Example, es la 1:05. It translates to it's 5 minutes till 1. Basically, it's 12:55. Another example would be son las 3:12. Can be translated to it's 12 minutes till 3. Of course, we can't just tell time when people ask us, what time is it? 12:33. 12:33 in what? In the morning, in the evening, or in the afternoon? So the Spanish people created an easy way for us to tell people time, in what part of the day it is. In the morning, specifically at dawn, Spanish people like to use de la madrugada. So for example, it's 1:30 in the morning. The sun hasn't risen up yet. It's still dark outside. So you use es la 1:30 de la madrugada. Basically, it's 1:30 in the morning. But take note, there's also another way of telling time in the morning, which is de la mañana. But you have to take note that de la mañana is used after at least 6 p.m. or when the sun has already risen up. So, for example, it's 7 a.m. in the morning. The sun is already shining outside and it's time to wake up. So you say, son las 7 de la mañana. Of course, after 12 noon, we have to use something different because it's no longer in the morning, but it's in the afternoon. So, we use, example, son las 2 de la tarde, meaning it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, the Spanish people use different time-telling devices for noon and midnight. For noon, we like to use la mediodía. So, for example, it's 12 noon. Son las 12 de la mediodía at noon. For midnight, we use a la medianoche. Example, son las 12 a la medianoche. It's 12 midnight. You need to go to sleep. Well, now you know how to tell time and how to ask people what time it is. Sadly, that's where our lesson concludes for today. Adios, mi amigo. See you again on another episode of Masayan de Habla Hispana. By the way, if you like this video, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more sizzling Spanish updates.